Hello everybody! In the past couple of years, the so-called solar generators became quite popular, and now you can find all kinds of different brands and sizes. Not long ago, I received mine from ALLPOWERS. It's the latest version with 288 watt-hour capacity. Let me share my opinion with you, as well as a few tips and tricks. This particular model is small to mid-size, and it comes well packed as expected. With it, you get a user manual and a wall charger. The unit itself is surprisingly compact and feature-packed. On the front, it has 2 AC outlets, 3 physical buttons, a display, and 2 LED lights. On the right, we see some USB ports and 12-volt outputs, and a 12-volt car plug plus 2 inputs for charging on the left side. There are some openings for ventilation all around, including the bottom. On the bottom, you can find the battery capacity and some other information too. So what's it capable of and who is it for? Let's check it out. The body is made out of plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. The size and the weight makes it very portable, and it can easily fit in a backpack. But I would consider it more appropriate for the trunk of the car. It looks sturdy, and the retracting handle has a nice rubber grip at the bottom. It feels secure, so no complaints here. The power station is very well equipped, and it can be used for things that many people might not think of. To name a few, you can charge many different camera and drone batteries, laptops, smartphones and tablets, smaller power banks, different sized Bluetooth speakers, some small power tools, and even power a 2 or 3-point light setup for an interview, as long as you don't exceed the rated maximum power. On the front, you'll find 3 buttons for switching on the ports, the wireless charging pad, and Bluetooth. Next to them is the display, which shows you everything you might need, like battery level, power consumption, estimated running time, and which ports are active at the moment. On the upper part are the 2 AC plugs. They provide up to 300 watts of power at 110 or 220 volts, depending on the region. When you turn on the AC, you'll hear the fan starting for a while and see that it drains 5 to 6 watts on standby mode. If there is a bigger load, the fan noise becomes really noticeable. From a half meter away, I measured around 55 decibels. There's also a compartment for 2 30-amp fuses, but to reach them you'll need a small screwdriver and some sort of needle nose pliers. Now let's have a look at the other ports. On the right, you will find 1 USB-C power delivery capable of providing up to 60 watts, which can work both as an output or an input, 3 regular USB ports, and 2 DC jack outputs rated at 5 amps each, which makes them good for powering devices up to 60 watts. I highly recommend using them with 12-volt LED bulbs instead of the AC outlets, since the efficiency is much higher and you'll get considerably longer running times. One of the best use cases of this solar generator is for camping in the wilderness. Apart from charging your devices, it's perfect for inflating boats or mattresses and lighting your camp. This unit supports Bluetooth control, and its app is quite simple and intuitive to use. When connected, you can control all the ports and see the same information as on the display of the battery plus the charging cycles. Neat! If you go further than 15 meters away, it may lose connection. If you forget to bring a USB cable to charge your phone, don't worry, there is a 10-watt wireless charging pad on the top which comes in handy more often than you'd think. So far so good, but how about charging the power station? In this regard, it's as flexible as it is as a charger. At home, you can use either the wall charger or a USB-C power delivery charger. Both will charge with up to around 57 watts, which is the limit set by the BMS. You can also charge it using solar panels, and this is what makes you really independent. With that said, it will charge from 0 to 100% in around 6 to 8 hours, but not faster than that. Last but not least, this power station is equipped with 2 LED lights on the front, and I find them useful if I don't have anything else with me for close-up illumination. Overall, the ALLPOWERS solar generator is an incredibly useful tool, which has become one of my favorite gadgets. But like everything, it has some drawbacks and room for improvement. One downside is the fan noise when the AC plugs are in use. They can be loud for some people. Another thing to be improved is the wireless charging pad. It's not always working perfectly, and I like to have a faster one. An additional USB-C port and inclusion of a car charger in the package would also be a good idea. Another nice upgrade would be the addition of some waterproofing, or the ability to use it as a jump starter for cars. But don't get me wrong, when you have to keep a certain price point, you'll have to make some compromises. I think that in this case, ALLPOWERS struck a very good balance and offers one of the most competitive products of this kind on the market. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time. And finally, here are some bonus tricks you can make use of. You can use the handle to hang it in places out of reach of children. And here is a simple solution for the waterproofing, which doubles as a nice storage option for everything you need in addition to the battery power station.